It's difficult to watch somebody, rifle through your stuff.
A downtown business burglarized twice. Thousands of dollars worth of electronics stolen from the Telelanguage. That's the company that provides interpreters for hospitals' 911 calls. Telelanguage says one particular employee had extremely valuable things stolen. So Katu's Francis Lynn joins us live tonight. How did they get in so easily, Francis?
Deb, they somehow got a key that accessed the entire building. Now, I know we hear about burglaries all the time, but what makes this one so different is they didn't need to forcefully get into the building. They just walked right in with the key.
Up to $10,000 worth of equipment stolen. That's according to Telelanguage's operations manager.
It's electronics, iPads, laptops.
Lyndon Beckner says Telelanguage provides interpreters for people who can't speak English or is deaf or hard of hearing.
For example, somebody calls 911 and they don't speak English, we'll provide an interpreter for them.
He says not only did they get expensive electronics equipment, they stole personal information as well.
They took a lot of personal data information. They took some credit card statements and things like that.
And even worse,
it was extremely disruptive to the person that had Social Security information, family members' death certificates, things like that. They were just unfortunately left in a desk, and somebody's had to spend a lot of time yesterday and today just resetting their entire life.
Beckner doesn't know how they got the key in the first place.
It's possible that they were able to gain entry during the day and walk in behind somebody. They could have had access.
There are cameras all over the office, the building lobby, and outside the building.
People obviously knew they were being watched. We had a police officer arrive, and he was honest and said that there are extremely limited resources to do anything about this. And I understand that's not the officer's fault. That's the fault of the system and the lack of resources available.
Multiple businesses in downtown Portland say they fell for the same money-grabbing tactic. A man dressed in TriMet gear asking for cash to help refill gas on his bus route. Today, those business owners are sharing their frustration, and TriMet's weighing in on why you should not fall for that.
K2's Megan Allison is live now at the cart blocks in downtown Portland. Megan, was TriMet aware this was happening?
Yeah, right. TriMet tells me this caught them by surprise. Today, this bar cart owner shared surveillance video, which we passed along to the transportation team. They're now sharing with TriMet security, saying they're concerned by the footage.
I actually worked for TriMet and I ran out of gas on my lunch.
This is surveillance video at Rachel and Rose, a downtown Portland coffee and bar cart. The owner says he spoke with this man in a uniform who stopped by Wednesday afternoon.
I need to get a gas can and a gallon of gas, and I can probably I'll give you an extra $20.
Ray Mestis tells us when he asked for ID, the man offered to temporarily leave his cell phone instead.
I was like, yeah, that works. I mean, cell phone, that's fair trade for $25. So give him $25, and he walked out the door, and just about the time he was out of sight, I kind of looked at the phone. I'm like, you got me.
Mestis says he did not file a police report. He tells us after challenges like break-ins and graffiti over the last few months, this seemed minor.
I don't want to call for little things. If something big happened, like if I had been robbed, then I would have called them. But I mean, I willfully handed him over $25, so I'm not going to call for something like that.
We shared the video with TriMet. They responded with a statement saying in part, quote, "We're concerned by what we see in this video. We hate to see someone using TriMet in a scam to take advantage of someone's kindness."
Yeah, Deb, just minutes ago, we came off the street here. We're actually here at the Holy Redeemer Church, which is unscathed, thankfully. I know the church people here got to be breathing a huge sigh of relief. It seemed like marchers just went right past. They didn't seem to, cause anything here. Building still intact, but what we just witnessed out on the street was police quickly and decisively trying to disrupt and disperse this protest out here. There's probably about 50 people that came, through marching here at least, and then we heard the police get on the loudspeaker and say, you need to disperse immediately or you will be arrested. And then we heard sirens, and that's when officers just started to, seems like, from where we were standing, chase down protesters. Many of the protesters dispersed. We saw some walking back to their cars, and it was quickly over. They just started marching, I would say maybe about a half hour ago, and it's already over. And police acted very quickly, and we did hear glass breaking. We're not sure exactly what's been vandalized or damaged at this point. We don't think it was here, though, at the church. We didn't hear anything here, but when they first started marching up at the corner of Albina and Rosa Parks Way, we did hear glass shattering and them starting to shout and move down the street. So we're going to go investigate that and find out, what happened down there. But, again, I'm sure Father Belinsky and the church staff here are breathing a huge sigh of relief tonight that nothing was damaged here at their location. Now reporting live in North Portland, Eric Mock, K2 News.
Eric, I'm going to ask you a quick question briefly. Do you have an idea of how many people were out there and what exactly they're protesting? Could you hear what they were shouting?
We heard things against police. That's the most that I heard, is just really derogatory things against police officers that they were shouting. But other than that, it wasn't very clear exactly what they were protesting against. They just started right off the bat, when they started marching, just started breaking things. We heard that breaking glass. And then we heard some chants again against police officers, but that's all we could about make out from where we were.